evening.
Good evening.
Today we are doing a stereo show, and this video is just kind of be like the highlights of it, little snippets. If you want to see the full stereo show, you can head over to Stereo app and follow my app, which is Olivia Neal. We do stereo shows on there sometimes, and it's a really fun app because you can like send in voice notes as questions, so you're kind of like having a discussion. It's fun, it's good times, isn't it?
Very fun.
Yeah. So basically me and Flossie are going to be doing kind of like, I guess, advice, like agony aunt kind of vibe, boys, girl advice, moving out, like literally whatever. We'll see what kind of questions we get whenever we start the stereo show. But again, if you want to see the full show, head over to Stereo because it's gonna be a long one. We're gonna be giving a lot of advice, even though like, should I even be giving advice? But yeah, hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. We both got our matches. Go grab yourself a snack, get a drink.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking your matcha in?
Oh my god, I've been getting so much hair recently. So I've been drinking my matcha in this, okay? Basically, I wanted a big mason jar kind of thing. I've seen all the Americans have it, and I couldn't find one in Sainsbury's, so I just bought a like jar of instant coffee and then like put the instant coffee in something else and had this, and now everyone's been like, ha, she's drinking out of a Yankee Candle mug, and I'm like, it's not a candle. I have a vanilla matcha with some cinnamon. Flossie, what are you having?
I'm having a peanut butter matcha. I put some peanut butter flavor drops.
Also, I just realized I forgot to update my avatar, which is really upsetting because I have been care for this week.
My avatar still got the Kanye West glasses on.
Yeah, babes, you've got aviator glasses, you're rocking them.
My question is, have you ever experienced anxiety? If so, how did you get over it?
Olivia, have you ever experienced anxiety?
Not until like this year, kind of. Basically, I like taking turns which family member I'm gonna ring at 3 AM and they calm me down, which is not healthy. You should probably find better ways of coping. My mum just does breathing exercises. My mum's like a yoga instructor, so she knows a lot about breathing, and she just like does breathing exercises with me down the phone. Bless her, she's an actual angel. And a lot of the time I catch myself on, I'm like, why am like, you have to actually reason with yourself to be like, why am I panicking here? And a lot of the time it's for nothing. Like I saw 2 girls in Sainsbury's once and I thought they might have been looking at me, and I literally couldn't breathe because I was so scared, and I was like, why am I panicking? Like a lot of the time you just need to sit there and like talk yourself through it and just remember to breathe.
Hi, I'm editing. I just wanted to say for the next bit, basically, anytime it's windy, it sounds like we are literally in the middle of a tornado in our flat for some reason. And Flossie's camera was beside the window, so the next bit, it does sound like she's sat on top of a windmill, but it does get better.
Yeah, I think literally, as Olivia said, like breathing just kind of centers you, brings it back to it. Like, I'm pretty sure the definition of anxiety is just like irrational panic, but that doesn't mean the feeling isn't any more real. So yeah, just like do something that kind of centers yourself back to the moment. But I'm really sorry you're going through that. It's really horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible, but it will get better.
True. Right, should we get another stereo question in?
I'm like sweating right now. I'm so starstruck. I'm like so nervous. But I've actually 2 questions. So the first one is, I'm moving out and I'm still only 17, so what's the best advice for settling down at such a young age, moving out on your own, and how to adapt to that environment? And also my second question is more for Olivia. So I've actually applied to go to Mafety in September to do my A-levels, and I just want to know, what's your best advice for settling into Mafety, making new friends, as I'm a completely new student. I'm not from Belfast and I'm so nervous. So what's your best advice for settling into Mafety?
Ooh, that's fun.
That's a very exciting question. Oh my god, she's got some big things coming up.
I know, oh my god. I mean, me and you, we moved out at the same time, I guess. We were both very young. We were 18 and 19 and like became like completely financially independent. Like we were like, move out. It was very extreme, but I didn't feel homesick because we were so busy at the time. It was summer, we were in a new city. It was so exciting. We did do something different every day and kept ourselves busy. Otherwise, I can't imagine I would have sat there and cried because I miss my dogs. But
obviously you're very young, you're 17. You are going to have moments where you feel a bit homesick, or you miss your mum and dad, or your mum and dad are just a phone call or a FaceTime away. Yeah, it's just like all a big learning curve, and I think more than anything, just be like really proud of yourself. Like that's pretty amazing. Moving out at 17, girl, like wow.
Yeah, and don't think about like the stressful things, like they all sort themselves out eventually, but think about the exciting things. Like last night I had some ramen at 3:30 AM because I can, do you know what I mean? It's fun. And like doing your own food shop, like it actually is, it's really fun. Like having your own responsibility, I think you will really enjoy it. Just FaceTime your parents if something complicated comes up. Like if we have like bills and stuff, we're like, hey dad, like how do you do this? We don't have a TV, oh, we have a TV, but we don't watch TV on it, we only watch Netflix. But for some reason we started getting letters being like, you need a TV license. And we were like, no we don't watch TV. And then we kept getting letters. We could have just gone on and been like, we don't watch TV, so no we don't, it's fine. But we ignored them. So we kept getting letters being like, there will be an officer coming to your door. We have permission to enter your flat. And we're like, yeah, fuck, right, we should probably sort that out.
Literally just panicked and bought it, even though I didn't need one upon reflection.
And then for methody, oh, it's my old school. For anyone who doesn't know, alumni include me and Jamie Dornan. Methody gets like a lot of stick, but it's actually really not that bad. I mean, my attendance.
Why does it get stick?
Just stereotypes of the kind of people that go there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it's like the girls have their Longchamp bags for their school bags. I did. Bear in mind, mine were actually fake. I got, because I used to go to Cyprus on holiday and they had this full like fake stall of like every bag you can imagine. And every summer I go get myself a wee 20 quid Longchamp bag. Everyone's friendly and there's like something to do all the time. You'll make friends. Don't worry about it. Okay, next stereo question.
What's the best advice you can give for confidence?
I feel like it's kind of a cop-out, but I do think it is like the number one. It's kind of fake it till you make it. Even if you feel so insecure or like you're just feeling really shy or really intimidated or really anxious, just put on a front, and then I think after a while it literally comes into autopilot. Like, I think it's literally a mindset. You have to kind of train yourself to be confident.
Yeah, when I look at the TikToks I make, I'm like, you look really vain, and sometimes I get comments be like, she loves herself, and I'm like, okay, I'll take that. Like, you need to love yourself to be confident. Yeah. And if you're like in a public place and you're like on your own, you don't feel confident, put your earphones in and put on some main character music and you will think you're in a music video. I strut on the streets.
What's your main character music?
It's Grimes' Oblivion.
Oh yeah.
You know that? I'm in a music video and I'm strutting down the street. The street is my runway when I'm listening to that. What's your music?
At the moment, probably like Back to the Streets by Sweetie.
Okay, Queen. Okay,
it's just
Queen
like,
of the Street.
I walk along and I feel like I'm like radiating pink when I listen to that song, like a baby pink.
Woo!
You know?
Yeah! You should dye your hair pink, girl. Next stereo question.
Any advice on like negative girls, just to like distance yourself from them? Also, I'm loving your videos at the moment.
Love your accent.
Yeah, that was fun.
What accent was that?
I think it would have been
Was it
Welsh.
Wales? Advice, Olivia? Do you have any advice?
I mean, obviously we both face a lot of negativity every day. I'll give you some things that people have told me, like if someone is writing that or saying horrible things to you or just being negative to you in any way, it says a lot more about them than you. Like, they are literally projecting their own insecurities onto you, because if they were happy in themselves and living a high life, they wouldn't be sitting there being negative towards you.
I completely agree. It is an absolute representation of them as a person. And I also think, like, say even if one of your friends is just sort of switching up or like, I don't know, just not being very nice to you, maybe ask them if they're okay. Like, if it seems really out of their character or they've just changed up, maybe just be like, hey, is everything okay? All you can do is, as Olivia said, just like build up that block.
Okay, right, next stereo question.
How do you get like a boy to notice you in school that you like don't talk to?
I love this. I love a little school love affair. How do you get a boy to notice you?
Ooh, so basically I would become drunk. I don't really have any like game. I don't think I've ever been able to flirt with someone.
Olivia, I think you've got so much game.
Are you joking?
I think you've got really good game because it's like you make people laugh. I think that is better than being like, oh yeah, you can come back to mine tonight. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, like make him giggle.
I'd say like a few of his Instagrams, make a private story.
Only add him.
You could do an X for words and hoping they say X.
Do a hot or not and say, don't say hot, say fit.
Next stereo question.
This is going to be a really weird question, but what's been your favourite piece of clothing that you've bought since you both moved to London?
I have lots of favourites, but probably my most utilised would be my Green Packers jacket. It is worn all the time. Can I guess yours?
Yeah.
North Face.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
I've had North Face since like 26. No, but like I did have one for ages, but I just didn't bring it over to London with me. I had a really cropped one, and then when I moved to London I got a really oversized one. I think it's like a men's large, and I just love it. I mean, everyone knows I love it because I wear it every single day, but it's just the best coat ever. And I'm really sad because it's about to get warm and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I can't wear my North Face anymore, so I need to find a personality trait. Right, next stereo question.
What's the most awkward date you two have ever been on?
I was younger, like maybe, I don't know, maybe 16 or something, and I went to a boy's house, and like I don't think we made physical contact, like didn't kiss, didn't know, like we just I know, it was like a free house, but we just like sat there like, hey.
Oh no, Olivia, I had the same situation once. There was this boy and he just wouldn't kiss me. He used to text me afterwards to apologise.
Maybe you had boogers.
I didn't have boogers. I'm not a boogery gal.
But he was just nervous and shy.
I know, but it just was not ideal.
Okay, so thank you so much everyone for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. The rest of my stereo show is over on the app Stereo. My app is Olivia Neal. So yeah, go watch the full show on Stereo and see you next week.